Welcome. This is Gull, your money mindset expert, and I help entrepreneurs to break free from the limiting beliefs, reverse their money shame, and to blast through their money blocks using my energy tools so they can live a life of unlimited abundance. And today, now, if you are someone who thinks manifesting is for someone else, or manifesting doesn't work, or this law of attraction is just BS, or you're completely confused and confounded by all the different manifesting techniques out there, all the different ways you can you're supposed to build wealth out there. I'm here today to give you a very simple, straightforward methodology to create the kind of life and abundance that you want. And I did this recently on my podcast, and I thought it was worth me sharing with you guys. So if you are a coach, consultant, CEO, or actually someone from any walk of life, these strategies will work for you as long as you are willing to follow my step-by-step methodology. These 3 steps to manifesting more money and abundance will work for you. My strategies are very, very simple, yet a lot of people, the reason why they fail to work for them is because they fail to implement them correctly. All right, so I'm going to give you my 3 steps to manifesting absolutely anything. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I am a money mindset expert, and I'm a lawyer in another lifetime. I'm a full-time mom, and I have multiple businesses, and coaching is one of my favorites. It's one of my passions. So if you are interested in learning more from me, drop me a comment in whichever platform you're watching this on, and I'll come back and reply back to see, to say what's the best way for you to communicate with me. Most likely it would be through the workshop, and the link is somewhere on the page where you can come along to my free upcoming workshop, which is happening in a couple of weeks. All right, so let's get started. The 3 steps to manifesting anything. The very first step is for knowing what you want. And I find a lot of people are actually, dumbfounded when I ask them, what exactly do you really want? Well, I could want this, or I could want that. And actually, most of them would tell me what it is that you actually don't want. They'll be very quick to tell me, Gull, I don't want this, I don't want that. But when I ask them, okay, so let that be to one side. What actually is it that you desire? What is it that you want? And that's when they come up and they're like, not really sure. And sometimes they do know, but they actually are afraid of verbalizing what it is they desire, right? So this is very, very important. Keep on hold of what I'm saying. I'm not saying what they want, I'm saying what they desire. And this is going to be key for you, okay? Because when you want something, when you need something, you push it away because it means you don't have it. When you desire something, you just, you just want, because it's desirable for you. You like it, you love it. You have more money, you want more money, and you would desire more money, right? We want to be very careful with the kind of language we use when we stipulate our goals, right? So the very first step is for you to work out what it is that you actually desire. Very, very important. And for those of you who do not actually know what they fully want or are not clear about it, I'm going to give you a very quick strategy of working out what it is that you truly, deeply want from yourself. And the step for this is, I want you to do, and I use this strategy I use for a lot of things in my life, by the way. It works like a charm. What you want to be doing is get a pen and a paper, and I want you to get your phone or some other timing, clock or something. Phone's probably ideal. Put a timer on there for 5 minutes, and then I want you to put the question at the top. What do I want? And then you press the timer on your phone, and you start writing, and you write, 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 and you don't stop. Okay, the point here is you do not stop. Right? So once the timer goes off and you've been writing continuously, at the top it may be, I want this car, I want this house, I want this partner. You may have a number of things at the top, but what you'll find is as the time goes on, you'll start really bringing to the surface what you truly, deeply desire. And you may have to repeat this exercise a couple of times to really get to the bottom of what you really, really want, okay? So the first thing to do is write out within the 5-minute period what it is that you desire, overall, what it is that you want. Once you have that, the step after that, what you want to do is step number 2 is working out is actually, what exactly is it that, you truly want from there. You can actually go ahead and highlight in things, okay, I want this and I want that, or I want this, the top 3 things that you really want. So you may want a car, you may want a partner, you may want to get better health, you may want to get, you move into a new location, whatever it is that you desire, you highlight your top 3 things, right? That's step number 2. So you want to go ahead and actually really pull out what you want from that whole list. You should have a shopping list of things that you desire, but you need to really focus. And the only way to do that is to read through your list and pick out the things you actually really want. So step number 1 leads on to step number 2, and they're quite easy. Now, step number 3 is where most of you are failing. Okay, this is what pulls you down. So if you are listening to me and you're thinking, well, Gull, I know how to do this, I know what I desire, well, you're not giving me any new revelations, so what do I do next? Step number 3 is where you're failing. If you're not creating the reality, if you're not creating your desires, step number 3 is where you're coming down on. Okay, this is where you need to focus on. Step number 3 is making sure that you have the beliefs inside of you which are in alignment with your desires. Let me repeat that for you. So when you look at the 3 things you want, so let me use money for example. On your 3 things, you may say, I want to get a Tesla, right? So I desire to have a Tesla. I desire to live in a house, a 5-bedroom house in in South Kensington. I want to have a dream. I want to have a monthly income of 100,000 a month. Maybe that's your top 3 when you go down your list. I'm focusing on money, by the way. And by the way, something else I should have told you. Step number 1: don't do overall. Do things that you actually, the best thing is the first time you do this, you can do overall. The step number 2, when you do it again, not step 2, the second time when you do it, you want to focus on a particular area of your life. So you want to really hone into a particular area. If it's your personal life, if it's your health, if it's your relationships, if it's your income, if it's your business, really hone in. But the first time you do it, just to start building this muscle, to just warm yourself up, just write everything you could possibly desire. Because most people get stuck when they do this, okay? So the first time you do it, do everything. But the second time you do it, focus on a particular area of your life and get really honed in. So this I'm using, because I'm a money person, I'm using money as an example. So step number one is writing everything down. Step number 2 is picking out the things you truly want, the top 3 things from all of the list of the things you've just written. And then step number 3 is the key one. That is to make sure that the beliefs you have are in alignment with this particular desire that you have. Now, most of you, would superficially say, well, I want more money, and of course I desire more money. No, you don't. If your belief system was in alignment with your desires, I promise you, the money that you're thinking about would show up in black and white in your bank account. Money does not mess around. Money doesn't joke, okay? If you truly are in alignment with money, it will show up in black and white in your bank account. What's happening is you are consciously saying, I want to have this amount of money, I want to have this car, and I want to have this house. However, subconsciously, you're saying, I can never do this. Money's hard to make. I can't create this. This won't work for me. So there's a saying in the New Testament that that if you as long as you ask, believing that you're going to receive it, you're going to receive it. Okay, I've paraphrased it, not the exact words from the Bible, but you know what I mean, right? And there's a similar phrase in the Quran as well, where God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is speaking to his servant, and he says, I am to my servant the way he expects me to be. So if you expect divine sense energy to be generous, divine sense energy is generous. If you expect divine sense energy to be angry and always be angry at you, divine sense energy is going to be angry at you. So your expectations lead on determine how divine sense energy responds to you, right? This is what law of attraction teaches us all. So you need to have this belief installed in your energy system that you which is in alignment with whatever you desire. That begs the question, well, how do I align it? Well, superficially, you may be believing, and a lot of people watching this may have watched or read plenty of really personal development books like Think and Grow Rich and Rich Dad Poor Dad, which seems to be the Bible of entrepreneurs now, along with a heap of other, plethora of other personal development literature out there. the thing is, most of you have, consciously accepted these ideas and these principles and want to believe in these beliefs. However, subconsciously, you are still programmed into believing the opposite. This is your problem. So when you come to manifesting, a lot of people are okay with step number 1 and step number 2. The problem happens, you cannot truly believe in what you are actually desiring, that's possible for you. And so when I say believe, I need it to be, the belief has to be of such strength. It needs to be a conviction. So for example, one of my belief systems is I'm a woman, right? I'm South Asian. I am Muslim. These are all not just beliefs, but my convictions. You can't convince me out of them. No one's going to convince me I'm not a woman. No one's going to convince me I'm not from South Asia. No one's going to be able to convince me that I'm not Muslim, right? These are convictions. The belief has to be so strongly instilled in your energy system, in your subconscious mind, that it's a conviction. There's no doubt about it. You don't even doubt it for a second. When you stop doubting the beliefs that are required to manifest these things, the thing you desire will show up for you in your physical 3D world. That's the law. There is no way around it. So if you believe something is actually possible for you, it will happen. I'm going to give you a small example about this, okay? So by the way, I'm a work in progress. I always share with you guys that I am a complete work in progress, and I'm always learning, right? So apart from my coaching business, you guys are aware that I have a number of other businesses, one of them being property. And in property, I came across a problem that I had recently. Well, actually, it's been for about 2 years. There's one particular project that I had. It's been dragging on for 2 years now, and it's given me a lot of headache. And it's literally, at one point now, the property is empty, sitting there, just empty. It's that bad, right? And I was thought, what can I do? Shall I just sell it? Shall I get rid of it? And I was just really battling my head around what to do with this particular problem. And I stopped myself. I thought, hang a minute, Gull, what are you doing? Okay, stop focusing on the problem. Let's focus on the solution. So what do you actually desire? Well, actually, I want to complete this project. Okay, and in order for that to happen, what do you need? Well, I need to have the finance, and I need to have somebody to actually complete the project. So I need a project manager and all the other things. Okay, so that's what you desire. Yes, that's what I desire. All right, so I began to visualize, and I began to believe and instill this belief in me that the money that is required for this project will be made available to me, either through my business or other business, or a JV partner or something else. That's the first belief I believed. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. Secondly, I wasn't sure of the right strategy. I wasn't sure how to do it, what to do about it, like where to work through this, right? Thank you. How to do this, what to do about it. And so the best thought that came was, okay, what do I actually desire? I should be focused on the desire, which is the outcome, that this project is completed. So in the unknown, the universe knows, it's unknown to me, but the universe is known to the universe. In the unknown, with the universe is a solution to this problem. So I'm going to believe that the universe is going to bring the solution to me. That's what I did. So I looked at my desire. I looked at my internal belief, which was like, this is a problem. There is no solution. There is no money, and I can't figure out what to do. I began to believe instead there is a solution. There's a way that this can happen. There's a way that this would be completed. And there's a way that we can start on this project now by November, and it should be completed by March. That's the belief I had. Keep in mind, I had no solution in mind. I had no way to figure it out, and I had consulted some people, and nobody could figure out a solution for me. I'm not joking. This was, a bit of an issue for me, right? So then, guess what? I've had property mentors before. This belief came first, by the way. I want you to understand the power of this. The belief came first, that there is a solution to this problem, that there is someone out there who can help me, that I'm going to be able to raise the finance, I'm going to have the right strategy to complete this project. That belief was instilled in my psyche first. Second, because I now began to believe that there was a solution to this problem, the universe began to show me different ways to find the solution. So the very first one was, I actually joined this new company for this mentorship for a property company, right? And that had been in my vision for a while. I hadn't paid attention to it because I'd done property courses before, so I didn't think I needed it. So then I had to thought, okay, you know what? I might as well join this as well, because they could maybe have a solution, or maybe can help me work something out with this. Lo and behold, this was done. I joined the company. I still didn't figure out a solution yet, but I was still instilling the belief. Yes, there's a solution. Yes, there's a solution. I know there's a solution. I believe there's a solution. I began to instill that belief first. Okay. And I'm sharing this with you because this is really, really, yeah, exactly, Sherry, visualize and believe. So I began to believe that this project was going to come to completion. But the reason why all these techniques we have, visualization, mirror exercise, and affirmations, and belief statements, and intention statements, they're all designed, or the purpose behind all these manifesting techniques is to instill these beliefs inside of you. So I instilled. Thank you. I'm glad you see me virtually. Nice to see you too, darling. Right. So it's something that you need to instill this belief first. Okay. So once this belief was instilled inside of me, and I knew it, there's just when you believe something, I promise you know when it becomes part of your subconscious mind, it becomes part of your psyche, because all of a sudden calmness comes to you. So I was really calm about this project. I was no longer panicking about it. I was no longer anxious about it. I just knew that this project is going to get started by between mid-October and November, and I am going to complete it by March, and everything's going to happen with ease and grace. That belief came first. That certainty, that conviction came first. Then I came across this new mentoring company. I joined them, and I joined them in sometime in August. I had various things happen. I wasn't able to go along to any of the meetings. Actually, no, I joined the meeting, and for some reason the meeting was cancelled because something happened. There was something external, but then the meeting cancelled. Then what happened after that was there was a meeting today, and I went along to, and I actually booked a one-to-one with one of the mentors, and I kid you not, within a half an hour, this mentor sat me down, worked out what was happening, and she goes, okay, this is it. And I explained to her this, and just talking through with her, ideas start popping into my mind. And you guys know I'm very intuitive, and I'm very empath. I'm a very strong empath, so I pick up other people's energies. Just talking to her and just being in her energy allowed me to get more clarity on the project. And discussing it with her, we came up with a solution within half an hour. Now, this is important to know. This problem was bugging me for the past 2 years. Almost, right? It became 2 years. The last year I would say is more accurate to say this. It's been bugging me for a year, right? It's been draining money from me. It's been really making my property business toxic for me. And within this half an hour, we came up with a solution. We came up with a game plan. And I know exactly where to get the finance from. I know exactly what strategy I'm going to do. I know exactly what to do in terms of to fix it. And it's all in front of me, and I can see it happening. And the reason why I'm so excited and passionate about it, after a year of stressing about it, all of a sudden, today, not only do I have the belief that yes, it's going to happen, I can almost taste it. I can feel it. I can see it so much. I can go out and literally touch, in my imagination, I can physically touch this completed project. Can you see what I mean? Do you see what I just did there? I'm using myself as an example so you learn from me as well. Of course, I teach, but I also want you to learn from me as an example, okay? That I'm applying the same principles. And this reminded me how important it is to have our beliefs in place first. Most of you are going out there trying to create these desires, trying to create these amazing creations of your life, your businesses, your partnerships, your health, whatever have you, and especially when it comes to money, but you stop believing it here. You're not believing it in here. We need you to believe here, but also take that belief into your heart and believe it in here. And once you believe it in here, you hold it in here. Right? I remember Bob Proctor saying that, showing this example to me, may he rest in peace, a while ago, that as long as you can see it in here, and as long as you can see it in here, you can believe it in here, you can hold it in here. Too many of us we're stuck on the first stage. We just see it in here. We don't believe it in here. And that's why we don't get to hold it. And I really want you to understand how powerful this is for any area of your life. I've just shown you one area of my life, this problem that I had, and I finally got a solution for it. I'm super excited because this is going to just take me on a whole new level when it comes to that particular business. But it's also for you. It was a teaching moment for you to use myself as an example, to be a teaching example for you, to show you how important it is to make sure your beliefs are in alignment with whatever you desire. And all these different techniques that we have, and we have have plenty of them, and I have a few of my favorite ones which I give to my clients, mirror exercise being one of them. They are only designed to make sure that your beliefs are in alignment with your desires. That's it. That's it, guys, right? There's vision boards and mind movies and mirror exercise. What are they? They're tools to design to make sure that your beliefs are reprogrammed and now are in alignment with whatever it is that you desire. Until your beliefs are in alignment with your desires, the desires will not show up. And it doesn't matter how good a person you are. So you can say, I'm the best person, I'm so kind, I'm this, I'm that. Why don't think good things happen to me? Right? Just because you're a good person does not mean the universe is going to change its laws for you. You can be the best person in the world and the kindest person in the world, but if you jump off Eiffel Tower, I promise you're going down. Doesn't matter how kind you are, you're not going to fly, right? Unless you have a parachute, right? So just because you're a kind, good-hearted person does not mean the universe is going to break its laws. You have to follow the rules. And one of the rules is if you are programmed into thinking the opposite, whatever you desire is not going to show up. Now, quick summary. Here's a quick plug for you guys. I am running a workshop in a couple of weeks' time. We used to have a 2-day. We made it back into 5 days because 5 days better. We've got a 5-day workshop coming up, guys. And I've put the link on here somewhere. It's www.moneymindsetmakeoverworkshop.com. The link is here somewhere. Go and click on that link and join me for the next for the upcoming workshop. You'll get 5 days of me like this. We're teaching you a whole heap of amazing stuff. Go and check out the registration page. It shows you the tools I teach you in those 5 days. All those tools will help you to instill these beliefs, will help you to get yourself, your beliefs in alignment with your desires. And I focus on money specifically, but you can use these principles in all areas of your life. Okay, on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you, and I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.